Hello, hello, my passionate angling friends. Your favorite fishing expert is here with the lowdown on what to expect on the water this coming Wednesday, December 24th, 2025. I'm talking about the majestic, beautiful, and sometimes brutally cold waters of Canada. Get ready, because this day is shaping up to be a classic Canadian winter fishing experience, offering some truly unique opportunities for those willing to brave the chill. Now you might be thinking, December 24th, that's deep winter, and you'd be absolutely right. But my friends, winter fishing, especially ice fishing, is a world unto itself, and with the right tactics, you can have some incredibly rewarding days. Today we're going to dive deep into where the fish will be, what they'll be biting on, and why these conditions make for an exciting fishing adventure. Let's talk tactics for our winter warriors. First up, we've got the magnificent Lake Trout. These deep water giants truly thrive in the frigid Canadian waters, and December 24th is no exception. Based on the expected water temperatures, you'll find them holding tight in the deeper sections of large lakes, particularly where the water hovers around that consistent 4 degrees Celsius, their absolute sweet spot. Focus your efforts around major structural changes like deep drop-offs, humps, and underwater islands in clear, oxygenated lakes. My go-to strategy here, friends, is vertical jigging. Think heavy jigging spoons or large tube jigs fished right on or very near the bottom. The key is to work your lure aggressively to grab their attention, then pause, mimicking a wounded baitfish. That pause, my friends, is often what triggers a strike from a cautious laker. Consider depths from 30 to 80 feet, depending on the lake's profile. Next, for those who love a good fight, we've got the toothy northern pike. December, especially as ice fishing truly gets underway across many Canadian lakes, is prime time for these opportunistic predators. They're actively hunting for easy meals in these colder waters. You'll find them lurking near the edges of weed beds, submerged timber, or rocky points. Classic ambush spots for baitfish. For tackle, tip-ups with large dead bait like smelt or herring are deadly effective. If you prefer jigging, opt for large spoons or aggressive jerkbaits. Don't be shy with your lure size, my friends. They're looking for a substantial mouthful to sustain them through the cold. Focus your presentation in depths of 8 to 15 feet, especially near sharp drop-offs. And for consistent action that can be fun for the whole family, the yellow perch are calling. These schooling panfish love to congregate in winter. You'll generally find them near the bottom, often along weed edges, subtle humps, or any structure that offers both cover and holds baitfish. In lakes that are icing over, they might concentrate in oxygen-rich areas. Small jigs tipped with minnows or waxworms are your best bet. A little trick: light line is absolutely crucial for detecting their often subtle bites in cold water. Don't be afraid to move around until you find a school. Once you do, the action can be non-stop. Look for them in 20 to 40 feet of water, especially on muddy bottoms where they feed. Finally, for those in southern Canadian zones, particularly near Great Lakes tributaries with open water, don't forget about Steelhead, our beautiful rainbow trout. While migration might slow down, holdover fish from late fall remain a fantastic target. Focus on river bends, deeper pools, and current seams. Small floats with row bags or fly fishing with egg patterns can be incredibly effective. Always check your local regulations, my friends. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the conditions themselves. For December 24th, 2025, across much of central and eastern Canada, and we'll use a representative example for general conditions, we're looking at generally very cold temperatures. Expect high air temperatures to hover around 0 to -5 degrees Celsius, 23 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, dropping to anywhere from -10 to -15 degrees Celsius, 5 to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight. We can expect generally cloudy skies with a moderate chance of light snow or flurries throughout the day, perhaps totaling 1 to 2 millimeters in some areas. Winds are expected to be lighter, averaging around 10 to 15 kilometers per hour, which is always a bonus for comfort on the ice. atmospheric pressure will likely be stable or slowly falling. According to my experience and many seasoned anglers, a slow fall can often make fish more active as they sense the change in their swim bladders. This subtle shift can sometimes trigger a more aggressive feeding response. The water temperature story is classic early winter. As we move into December, most larger lakes across Canada will have completed their turnover, meaning the entire water column has mixed to a consistent 4 degrees Celsius in the deeper sections. This creates a crucial thermal refuge for many fish species. The surface layers, of course, will be near freezing and freezing over in many areas. While cold water holds more dissolved oxygen, fish metabolism slows significantly, making them less inclined to chase fast-moving baits. So targeting those deeper, stable 4-degree zones is absolutely key as fish seek comfort and conserve energy. In coastal areas like parts of British Columbia, you might still see slightly warmer water temperatures, perhaps around 8 degrees Celsius. Now about our lunar influence, December 24th, 2025, brings us a waxing crescent moon phase. The moon will be only about 17 to 22% illuminated. This is just a few days after the new moon. While some popular fishing beliefs associate specific moon phases with peak activity, in winter, the stability of weather and water temperature often plays a more significant role. The waxing crescent is generally considered a neutral phase, meaning fish behavior will largely be dictated by the other environmental factors we've discussed. Considering these factors, the very cold but generally stable air, lighter winds, potentially falling atmospheric pressure, and the consistent 4 degrees Celsius depths, fish activity will lean towards energy conservation with opportunistic feeding. Cold-adapted species like Lake Trout, northern pike, yellow perch, and steelhead are prime targets, seeking those thermal refuges and easy meals. Warmer water species will be much less active. This day, my friends, calls for precise, patient, and methodical fishing, leading to consistent, though sometimes subtle, bites. So my clear assessment for the overall bite across Canada on December 24th, 2025 is a moderate to good bite. With strong activity periods for our cold water champions, it's a day for the prepared and persistent angler. The stable atmospheric pressure and consistent deep water temperatures create favorable, predictable conditions, while chilly fish aren't entirely shut down. And with the right approach, you'll be ringing in the holidays with some fantastic catches. So, my friends, get out there, bundle up, stay safe on the ice, and chase those winter trophies. I wish you all nothing but tight lines and screaming reels. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, subscribe to the channel for more expert tips, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to winter baits and what's the biggest fish you've ever pulled through the ice? Share your wisdom and let's keep this amazing community growing. Happy fishing, everyone.